Everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have had so many requests to show you how I do this eye makeup look that I have worn in a few of my videos recently. So I thought I would not only show you how I do that, because it has definitely been something I have been doing on repeat lately, but also kind of show you some other products that I have been doing on repeat lately, because I know they always work. I know they don't take much time and effort, and it just puts together a look that I have been doing on repeat lately. And a portion of this video is in partnership with City Beauty to not only show you, which I've done before, but I want to show you again because it's pretty impressive, their City Beauty Beyond Mascara Volumizing Treatment Mascara, but to also let you know about the buy one, get one free sale that is starting today, June 21st, and going through June 26th. And that is on this mascara. So you put 2 mascaras into your cart, use my coupon code MandyMUA50, and you will automatically have the price of one deducted from your cart. So if you don't know about the City Beauty Beyond Mascara, the reason it says volumizing treatment is because it also has quite a few ingredients that help the health and strength of your lashes the longer you use this. There is linden bud extract, which is an antioxidant, so it supports the health and strength of your lashes. It promotes thicker looking lashes. There's also biotin, which you see a lot in like hair and skin type of multivitamins that are on the market, but this is in the mascara. It delivers nutrients to the lashes, and it also conditions them, which makes the lashes appear denser over time. And then finally, it has keratin in it, which you've probably heard about keratin treatments for hair, and it kind of does the same thing. It coats the lashes in like this protective film to where they're not gonna break as easily and damage as easily, which in turn promotes healthier, longer, fuller looking lashes. Definitely want to check out if you haven't already. Buy one, get one free. Again, my code MandyMUA50, and I'll show you in the demo how I use this and the finished look. So let's go ahead and jump into this look. It's very easy. I think you're gonna be very happy to see that you can do this, especially the eye look, in like under 2 minutes. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're gonna start out with our base because per usual, my eyes are very simple today. I am actually gonna be using the Jane Iredale Hydra Pure. A couple reasons, because I've been using it a lot lately, and also because I have already washed my face twice this morning or today, because I went to a workout class earlier, got nasty sweaty, came home, took a shower, washed my face again. I just feel like it's kind of dry, and this definitely always adds some extra hydration into things. This is medium 4. I take 3 pumps, mix it in between my fingers to kind of break up the pigment beads, and then basically just put it on like a moisturizer. I do make sure I get all the way into my hairline because I tend to forget that area. And then when I go into a bronzer, I have like a line where the bronzer is clinging to the foundation, and then it just looks like I have a ring around my head. Probably because I do. See what I mean when I said in my top 5 liquid foundations that this just gives like an instant plumping effect to the skin? I feel like my skin just came to life. Now, because I apply this with fingers, I tend to wait and do my corrector until afterwards, because if I go in with my fingers, and I can mess up the corrector. So I'm gonna put a little bit of my Dermatology Luminous Eye Corrector SPF 41 in the shade medium, and use my BK Beauty number 113 to press that in. And that's what I'm doing. I'm really just pressing it into the under eye and bringing whatever I have left over here, but the main darkness is in that inner corner, so that's what I want to make sure I get the most corrector on. For concealer, I have gone back to my old favorite, y'all. It just continues to be the number 1, the Chantecaille Future Skin Gel Foundation. I just opened up a new one. This is in the shade Vanilla, and I just have yet to find a concealer that looks better under my eyes. Even though this is not marketed as a concealer, this is the BK Beauty 109. I don't remember what video it was. I think it was a full face of Chantecaille that I was filming, and I tried this under the eyes on a whim, and I was flabbergasted by how good it looked and how well it wore throughout that day and every subsequent day since that I have worn this product underneath my eyes. To top the Hydra Pure, anything works. I can use a sheer powder, I can use a pressed powder with more coverage, or I can use a powder foundation, which I'm gonna use today. This is the Jane Iredale Pure Pressed. The difference with this is that this is a different shade. So I wanted to show y'all how a different color looked. I typically wear Golden Glow, but I got satin the last time I purchased it, and it works great as well. So this is the Jane Iredale Handy Brush, and I quite literally just swipe it on my face in a downward motion. Despite this being a mineral-based product, it is not meant to be buffed in the face. It is meant to be laid down. I can also personally get suntan to work and probably even warm sienna. So despite this being a foundation with a good amount of coverage, I do find forgiveness in the shades enough to where I can use multiple of them. And then if I want any additional, coverage somewhere, I will go in and just stipple it on. A staple in my collection for a reason. Never, ever, ever, ever disappoints me. I have been reaching endlessly for my YSL All Hours Hyper Bronze Powder Bronzer. This is in the shade number 2. And Jones Row Beauty sent me over one of their powder bronzers that I'm gonna be using. Well, I'm gonna be probably using that and playing a new makeup video coming up. And they also included this bronzer brush, which I love. It is very, very soft, a little bit flimsy, but it's dense enough to actually pick up the product and lays it down very nicely. I love this bronzer. It's so forgiving. It's not so pigmented that you're gonna have to worry about buffing the bronzer off of your face after you apply it, which some of my bronzers definitely are that pigmented. I love the shade. For me, it does what I want it to do. I don't use a bronzer to contour. I just use it to warm up the face, give it a little bit more dimension, and this does that. When I use this base, this foundation and powder foundation and bronzer, I don't even feel the need to go in with my Hourglass powder to buff. It just lays so seamlessly on the skin. And I am using a cream blush and a liquid highlighter. So this would be the stage that I buffed if I was going to, but I just don't need to. Cream blush, Swede. I purchased this when I purchased my Miracle Powder. I am still playing around with the Miracle Powder. If y'all want a separate video on that, because I feel like a lot of people have been talking about it lately, let me know and I'll definitely add it onto my calendar. But I put this on to the order, and this is the Air Blush Cream Blush in Sun Touch. So this is it right here. You can tell how much I have been using it. It's got quite a little dent in it. I love this. This goes great over powder foundation, over just liquid. And I have been using my e.l.f. liquid blush brush with it. So it's just a more dense, kind of angled brush. It really is a pretty color, but it's also very forgiving. And I'll just start tapping up at the hairline and bring it down just a little bit. See how pretty that color is? And despite me putting quite a bit of product on the brush, it's not overwhelmingly pigmented on the cheeks. I mean, it's there. You can definitely tell it's there. And then for highlight, I'm gonna be using the Benefit Do La La highlight in Light Medium Luna. This is something that I showed in my Summer Glow Tips and Tricks video. I have been either using this lately or the By Terry CC Luminizer, and they're pretty similar. The By Terry is a little bit more gold. This is the shade of Luna. And mine came with a brush because it was a set from HSN. So I'm just gonna pick up that product, kind of really incorporate it into the brush, and then tap the brush onto my cheeks. Look at how pretty that is. This to me is a much more controlled way of doing it versus applying it even with the fingers and dotting it on and then blending it out. I just feel like doing this with the brush this way helps not kind of smudge anything underneath. It's just, again, I can control it better. And the eyes, again, are super easy. I'm gonna go in to my YSL bronzer or whatever bronzer that I'm using that day. I have worn this look in 2 videos recently, and I've gotten lots of comments about loving my eyeshadow. Can you show us how you do your eyeshadow? The only difference between the two is that I wore bronzer in my crease for one of the videos. I think it might have been this one. And I wore a blush in the crease for my blush video, and that was the Dior Rosewood. Anything can go in the crease. The other 2 steps were the same. I've used it with my RMS bronzer in the crease. It's just whatever you want. Sheer Honey from Jane Iredale in the crease. That's the one thing you can change and make it look different, but still just as easy. So I'm just taking this on my Refer 15, laying that down in the crease, kind of giving a little contour to the eye. And then I'm gonna take my Laura Mercier Metallic Taupe. This is something I have just been reaching for so much lately. I will either do it like I'm doing it today, or I will do it all by itself with no crease color, no liner, and it makes you look wide awake. See how easy that is to apply? It's very shimmery, doesn't even need buffing out. It's so easy, so easy. And then for liner, I have been using my Swede eyeliner. I thought it had a different name. I'll put it down below. And this is in Golden Beetle, which is something they sent me. So they sent me a couple of mascaras and an eyeliner, and then I went and purchased some of the other makeup that I have. And this, let me swatch it for you. It's like an antique gold color. And when I say that, it's almost got like a hint of green in it, which makes it that kind of antique shade. It's really pretty on its own, but I also really love to use it like I'm using it today, which is how I use most of my liners. I'm putting it about 2/3 of the way in, and then I'll take a small dense brush and really buff it on to the upper lash line to where it just gives a smoky effect. Very, they have 2 different liners, Swede. This is the like gel type liner, and it's very easy to apply, buff out. It just kind of glides on. And then I've also been using that underneath to kind of even everything out, give a little bit more dimension to the lower lash line as well. But this is the kind of look that I like to do while traveling, because you already have your bronzer with you, and all you need is that for your eyes and some mascara. That's it. And for mascara, I am going to use the City Beauty Beyond Mascara, which I talked about in the intro, about how you can get this through June 26th, buy one, get one free. So this is the wand right here. This is not my first time using this mascara by any stretch. I'm gonna do one side with 2 coats and then show you the difference. I have changed up and I'm trying a new lash serum, which is probably not smart, but I wanted to try it. I'm trying the Swede lash serum. I also purchased that. And I was scared of how if my lashes were gonna like go through kind of a withdrawal, because I've been so used to the Scoro lash. And honestly, I don't know if it has something to do with the keratin complex and biotin that's in this, but I've been using this a lot lately, and I just feel like my lashes have not withdrawn, and they still are in a very good place despite me switching up some other products within my routine. So I said 2 coats, but this is 1 coat, and you can tell that's pretty impressive for 1 coat. I'm gonna let that dry while I do my other eye, and then I'll come back and show you both with 2 coats. All right, that's 2 coats. I mean, that's impressive. Y'all think my lashes are basically touching my brows. So definitely take advantage of that buy one, get one free. If you have used this mascara and loved it, it's a great opportunity. If you want to try it, it's a great opportunity. My lips are still healing from my allergic reaction to who knows what. So I have not been putting a ton of things on them the past week. Before that, I basically was sticking to my tried and true Lawless Lip Plumper Gloss in Nudie, my City Lips, especially in Pink Nude and Tokyo Kiss. Today, I don't want to put anything on it that has like plumping qualities to it, so I'm just going to stick to my Stila lip oil. Hopefully this doesn't, I don't think this has any plumping attributes to it. And this is in Kitten Comet, I think is what it's called. Because right now, My main concern is just moisture, especially when they're on the final days of healing. And this product actually feels really good on them. And it's a lot prettier than bringing a tub of Vaseline on, although I could definitely do that. And I'm gonna finish off with perfume. I got this little sample. I purchased some things from the Chanel website, and you get to pick your samples. And they sent me the Coco Mademoiselle Eau de Parfum. I feel like I have smelled this before, and somebody, I know who it was, Deb, if you're watching, you told me that I would like this, and oh, how you are right. I think that out of all the Chanel perfumes that I have smelled, this and Coromandel are my top two. And it's the patchouli. It's the patchouli in this that I absolutely adore. It has some other florals that when you look at the breakdown of the notes, you're like, oh, I don't know, or I'm like that. It has a lot of citrus in the opening, which I'm not a huge like overt citrus fan. It has rose and jasmine. Now it does have mimosa. I love mimosa. And then on the bottom, it's got the patchouli and the vanilla and the tonka bean. It's the patchouli. I love the way this smells. I wore it all day yesterday, I'm wearing it all day today, and I will probably finish up the sample tomorrow, and I'll be getting a full bottle because it's just so good. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I will have everything I mentioned and talked about down in the description box below. Don't forget about the City Beauty buy one, get one free. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank y'all all so much for watching. Be sure and like and subscribe before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. And I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day.